Welcome to Code and Literacy Flakes 35 of 40. Now we've covered all the basics in programming from HTML to CSS to JavaScript and Scratch. We can start looking at using this stuff across the curriculum. I'll be looking at Scratch across the curriculum. First of all, we'll look at Scratch for literacy, a simple little exercise you can do. Okay, I've fired up Scratch. Again, I'm using Scratch version 2, the offline editor. You can use the online editor. But what I'm going to do in this exercise is have words flash up for a few seconds, and then the user or the student's got to remember them and type them up like the old day flashcards. Okay. So first of all, let's make it a little bit more exciting. I want to get rid of the cat sprite, so I'm going to go to my sprite collection and choose something I like. And I might choose this girl here, Alex. She's pretty good. Okay, and I might just get rid of the sprite, the cat, I should say, and we'll take from there. So I got rid of the cat, and I got Alex instead. Now, if you look carefully, some of these sprites have a collection. So we do have this Alex in Alex A, Alex B, Alex C, and Alex D. So it's different postures and gestures. Okay, the next thing I'll do is just change the background. So let's just change the background, click on the background, and I want to collect something from the library again. So choose a backdrop there, and my library over here, and I'm going to do a space one, so a space theme, and I might choose that background, and I'm happy with that. Okay, so I've got a background there. I might just drop Alex down a little bit, and we should put her there. Okay, now let's get started. What we're going to do is have the kids flash up, or we have 10 words flash up, and the kids got to look at it and then try to spell it. To do that, I need a variable, so I need to go back to Alec. I need to go to my script, and I need to create some variables or datas. They've got data here, and I want to make a list. So click on the list, and I shall call this list space. Okay, space comes up, and I could add to my list. I might choose a few words or 10 words. Let's start from Mercury. Add another one. Venus. Earth, Mars. Okay, and let's just put a couple more there. The stars, and maybe sun. Okay, they're the words I decided to choose, and that's my list there. Now I can hide the list by clicking on this space list, or I can show it. Okay, eventually I want to hide it, but they're the words I've chosen for the kids to learn to spell. Okay, so we've got 10 words there, and I want to go for those 10 words for the kids to spell. So I need an event. When the flag starts, I want to set another variable. A variable, I should call this variable count, just to keep track of what words we'll get. So I should call this count to keep track of the spelling words. And what I do is set count to 10, because there are 10 words. So we can start from 10 and count backwards. So once we've got 10, I'm going to go to Control and say repeat until we get down to 0. So repeat until count is less than 1, I suppose, because that gets to 0. So operation count until put it in there. Count until count is less than 1. So I have to keep on adjusting it each time. So every time it goes for the loop, it's going to go drop down, and I shall do it this way by changing the count by -1. And then I want to display the word. So let's go to the word. To display the word, you've got to hit here, say. Let's say something. Say, just before we drop it down 1, so it's still at 10. We're going to say under data, we'll say data, and we're going to put item in here. Item in there, item count. So when count is 1, or in this case, if we start at 10, when count is 10, you show the item of number 10, so it should show sun. Let's just run and see what happens. Sun. It goes for 2 seconds. Stars is going down the list. Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Venus, Mercury. I should stop. It stops. Okay, that part's working. Okay, so now we're going to ask the user we're going to ask them to put in an answer. So here we go. And just before we drop it down, so sequencing is pretty important. We have this before it drops down to the next word. So we ask the user here questions such as, well, prompt them, spell the word. Okay, they spell a word. Wait. Now that ask goes with answer. These two go together. That's a fixed variable as opposed to these variables you make your own. They're tailor-made variables. Answer is a fixed variable till it just remembers the last response of the user. So it's going to ask you to spell a word, and it's going to wait for a response. Now we need to check the response of the user to the spelling word, see if it matches. So to do that, we do the following. So we need to do some checks. There's a right answer and a wrong answer. So the if then else selection is the best way to go. Again, I'm going to put it before we change to the next word. So make sure we change it after we've done the checks. Now what we're going to do is check to see if that the answer they put in matches the spelling. Okay, so I'll put an operation for equal to check, and that's the correct spelling of the item. Now we'll check the answer to see if it matches. So if they match, then we've got a correct response. So there we put up an operation, we'll put it in there. So if the spelling of the word matches the answer, then we're going to be positive. Otherwise, else we've got to correct them, okay? That's what we need to do. Okay, so I'm going to type in the word, let them know it's correct, wait for 3 seconds, and that will be the response if they get it right. Click it in there, and there we go. Right, now, if they get it wrong, you might say the following. So if they got it wrong, you might say the following. Let's just join some things together. Okay, we're going to join things. And what I might join is my phrase saying, sorry, that is not correct. The correct spelling is, leave a space, and I shall join again. I want to join a variable with a string. So if I do another join, then we can do the following inside there, and I want to put the correct word. The correct word was, well, let's pinch this, duplicate that, put that in there, put that back, and the reason I'm going to another section here, so I can put a full stop at the end of it, and that could be the wrong response. Okay, let's just check it out, see what happens. Okay, just play it. Sun. So if I type in the word sun, correct, good. Next word. If I type in stars and I get it wrong, sorry, this is not correct. The correct spelling is stars with a full stop at the end of it. So that part's working. So now I want to give them a reward for doing the right thing. So I'm going to put in another data and make a new one, and let's just call this one score. Okay, so I get a score. Now the score, first of all, the game starts, we set it at 0, so set score at 0 right at the beginning. And then when I get it right, the right sections in here, they can increase their score. So we can change their score by 1. Okay, and let's set their score there, let's see what happens. So if I run it now, okay, sun, I type in sun, the score of 1. If I get it wrong, stars, I don't get a score. Okay, so that part's working well as well. Right, so we've got a score happening. Now, a little bit of aesthetics. Let's do a bit of an introduction by Alec. So, or I want to call it Lexi. So we can turn around and say, okay, put an introduction there, say, hi, my name is Lecky, and I'm going to do that for about 3 seconds. Okay, let's do a bit of an introduction. So just add here, hi, my name is Lecky for 3 seconds. Then I'm going to say I'm going to flash some words today and see if you can spell them right for 5 seconds. Then okay, here is the first word. So the little introduction goes like this. We start. Hi, my name is Lecky. I'm going to flash some words today and see if you can get them spell them right. Okay, here is the first word, and we start. Okay, that process is working well. Right. Okay, to make it a little bit more exciting, I'm going to switch over costumes. There's costume A, B, C, and D. Go back to my script. I want Lecky to start at costume A. So let's have a look. Switch to costume A, and I should put it right at the beginning. So we always start in the same position. There we go. Now, what happens when she says something that's correct? I wanted to switch over costumes. So let's say switch costumes here when it's correct, and we'll make it to costume, say C. Right. When it's incorrect, we shall go to say costume B. Okay. And then we shall finish off with. Oh, we need to do an end one. Let's just try this out for now. See what happens. Hi, there's a costume change. My name's Lecky, etc., etc. Okay, we start the words, and then let's get it right. Sun. Should be a costume change. There, she's happy. Okay, stars, and let's get it wrong. She's not happy at all. So we've got some costume changes occurring there. I might design a end costume. So let's base it on costume 1. I'm going to duplicate that and put down here text, something like the end. Okay, we'll have that. Let's just move it to the center, and let's make it stand out. Maybe a yellow color, and that might look better. Just looking at there. Okay, so you get over the end. So we go back to our script. We can finish off with that. Switch over to costume 2 at the end. Every time we finish these costume changes, you go back to the first costume actually. So we go back to costume A. This one actually should be right at the end. Right, let's just try that out now. So this is my name's Lecky, etc., etc. And then let's put our first word. So we'll do a costume change. Sun. Yes, and she should go back to costume A. Good. Stars, and that seems to be working. Correct. Okay, so far so good. Okay, let's tidy it up a bit. I don't want to see the words. It's pointless then. And I don't want to see the count. I just want to see the score. So let's put the score up there, and that way we can play the game without even knowing what the words are. That part's pretty good. Okay, I'm just going back to the backdrops. I might have 2 backdrops, one with an ordered backdrop and one with emphasizing the correct. I don't need this one here, so I'm going to duplicate that and do a second one. So now I've got 2 backdrops, one there and one with correct. Let's put them in the script to make things a little bit more exciting for the kid. Okay, so when they get it correct here, they can switch to backdrop 2, which is correct, and then they can switch back to backdrop 1 at the end of it. So switch backdrop. This back to the original space one. Okay, let's look at the program now. So we run it. Hi, my name's Lecky. I'm going to flash some words today and see if you can spell them right. Okay, here is the first word, sun. Now you can actually randomly do this, but I'm going to do it in a sequence. Sun, correct, she's happy. And then stars, let's get this one correct. Notice the backdrop changes as well, correct, there you go. And it goes back to normal. Neptune, so this one's incorrect. Sorry, she's not very happy there.